Shh! Can you guys hear that? That's the sound of your enlarged pore shrinking.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wishtrend TV. It's your sister Eunice here and so glad to see you guys. Did you guys ever ask yourself, what do I do with my enlarged pores? Or what do I do if my skincare products are not working as well as I thought? Well, no worries because Onni is here to the rescue. For our third episode, we're going to be talking about how to minimize large pores. And we have a very special guest, Dr. Kim, aka the Pore Saver. And before we meet Dr. Kim, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on our Instagram as well. All right, let's get started. Hello, Dr. Kim. 만나서 반갑습니다.
Hello Eunice, nice to meet you.
Hi, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
안녕하세요. 저는 나나 성형외과 피부 뷰티 센터장 김지은 원장입니다.
선생님 너무 미인이세요.
감사합니다.
We're so happy to be interviewing you, and I have so many questions about pores, so let's get started. So, is it possible to shrink pores physically?
우선 모공은 우리 피부에서 노폐물 배출과 온도 조절 기능을 하고 있기 때문에 몸에서 완전히 없애는 것은 불가능하지만 이미 늘어져 있는 모공의 크기를 줄인다든지 더 커지는 것을 예방하는 것은 시술로 가능합니다.
Okay, so the very first question is, should you treat your pores according to skin types?
우선은 사춘기가 막 지난 피부 같은 경우 이제 피지 분비가 왕성하기 때문에 피지 분비 조절 치료를 같이 하면서 시술을 같이 병행하면서 모공 치료를 들어가게 되고, 나이가 들어서 피부 노화 때문에 모공이 늘어지는 경우 이제 모공을 축소시키는 데 필요한 레이저라든지 고주파 시술을 같이 추천하게 됩니다. 이제 레이저나 고주파 시술 모두 다 이제 피부에 미세 구멍을 뚫어서 이제 손상을 입히고 나서 회복하는 과정에서 콜라겐이랑 이제 피부 섬유 조직이 재생이 되면서 모공 주변에 피부가 탄력이 생기면서 이제 모공이 축소되어 보이는 거거든요. 또 색소 침착으로 인한 까매진 모공은 이제 브라이트닝 효과가 있는 모공 치료를 들어가게 됩니다.
그런 모공은 사람이 눈으로 볼 수 있나요?
이제 그런 거는 블랙헤드라고 하죠. 그래서 나비존 같은 경우에는 이제 코에 까맣게 박혀 있는 경우에는 특수 또 로션 같은 걸 발라서 들어가는 모공 치료가 있어요.
Okay, so it sounds like treatments can be totally different for each person, and depending on their skin's condition, it can be a little bit different. So the next question is, what kind of treatments do you guys have for pore care?
저희 병원 같은 경우에는 우선 CO2 프락셀, 셀러스 레이저, 스펙트라 필 레이저를 보유하고 있는데요. CO2 프락셀 같은 경우에는 피부 표면부터 깎아내서 손상된 피부부터 깎아내면서 모공 크기를 줄여주는 거고, 셀러스 레이저는 피부 표피 손상은 최소화하고 그 밑에 층, 진피층, 콜라겐 있는 층의 재생을, 피부 재생을 유도해서 모공 크기를 줄여주는 레이저이기 때문에 좀 민감한 피부라든지 홍조가 있는 피부에 좀 더 추천하는 편이고요. 홍조나 민감한 피부가 아닌 경우에는 이제 대부분 큰 모공이 많이 늘어져 있는 경우에는 여드름 흉터가 많이 동반되는 경우가 많기 때문에 이제 프락셀을 추천하는 편이고, 우리 환자분처럼 약간 피부가 좀 얇아 보이거나 이제 민감한 피부에는 이제 셀러스 레이저를 좀 추천하는 편입니다. 색소 침착으로 인한 까매진 모공은 스펙트라 필을 통해서 특수 카본 로션을 피부 표면에 바르고 멜라닌 색소만 선택적으로 파괴하고 필링 효과를 유도하는 장비로 이제 블랙헤드가 많은 나비존 라든지 이제 그런 피부 타입에 유용한 치료 장비라고 볼 수 있겠습니다.
원장님, 제일 궁금했던 건 Does it hurt? 아픈가요?
좀 스펙트라 필 같은 경우에는 아프진 않은데 그 앞전에 설명드렸던 레이저나 고주파 같은 경우에는 피부에 미세 구멍을 뚫어서 손상을 입히는 거기 때문에 아무래도 당연히 따끔따끔하고 아프고 아치크림을 바르셔야 하는 치료입니다.
Okay, so there's so many procedures that I would love to try. What about aftercare? What do you do? Do you guys have a specific aftercare that you guys do?
모공 레이저가 레이저 파장을 이용해서 재생을 유도해서 탄력을 키우는 시술 원리이기 때문에 이제 그거에 시너지 효과를 낼 수 있는 콜라겐 주사, 리쥬란 힐러라든지 PBRN 같은 스킨 부스터, 말 그대로 정말 부스팅 효과를 내주거든요. 그래서 이제 그런 주사를 저는 같이 하는 거를 추천하고 있고요. 이제 그렇게까지 들어가게 되면 얼굴이 부을 수도 있기 때문에 그 이후에 진정 관리로는 저희 병원에서는 이제 1, 3, 10 메가헤르츠의 초음파 모드로 들어가는 IU 케어라고 인텐스 울트라라는 관리로 진정 관리를 들어가고 있습니다.
It sounds like rejuvenation is really the key. 막 병행 꼭 해야 된다는 느낌으로 말씀을 해주시네요. 그죠? 되게 중요하다고.
그러니까 붓기 같은 거를 빨리 빼줘야지 혹시라도 뭐 염증, 색소 침착이라든지 그런 걸 예방할 수 있습니다.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kim, so much for your time. And can you guys show us other treatments as well? 다른 치료도 좀 보여주실 수 있을까요? 제가 궁금해요.
따라오세요.
네, 갈게요. Thank you, Dr. Kim, so much. And I hope that you guys enjoyed learning about the new pore treatments as well. If you're interested, we'll leave everything in the description below. Dr. Kim, thank you so much for your time. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Bye-bye. However, do you guys want direct effects? If you have your base makeup on, but you have large pores and they're still visible, no worries, because if you want that poreless, flawless skin right now, primers can definitely help. But of course, please do remember that primers are only temporary, and if you don't rinse them off thoroughly, then it can cause breakouts, it can clog your pores, and cause even more skin concerns for your skin. Alrighty then, let me share the best ways to use primers. Now, what are primers exactly? Primers are exactly what the name implies. Now, think of your face as a canvas, and primers are the products that you put on after all of your skincare steps. Now, it's gonna prep your skin so that your base makeup can go on smoothly, it's gonna help to blur out your pores, and it's gonna help to fade away fine lines and wrinkles as well. Alright, so here is an orange for you guys. On this side, we're gonna directly just put on our base makeup. And on this side, we're gonna put on the primer and then our base makeup and see the difference. You can see a clear difference between the two. Look at this side right now. With the primer and the base makeup, you can see that the base makeup went on smoothly and it's more clear and there's less bumps. But please remember, don't use any kind of primers. You need to use a primer that suits your skin type and skin concerns as well. There's so many different kinds of primers out there in the world, but make sure that you choose something that fits you. And we've categorized your skin into 4 types. You have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, and acne-prone skin. If you're not quite sure which skin type you have right now, make sure to click right here to check it out. Alright, so for dry skin types, you want to use a moisturizing primer with a dewy finish. This will be great for those of you that want to prevent dryness for your skin. And make sure that your primer doesn't have silicone in it because it can make your skin dehydrated and also flaky at the same time. Alright, so for oily skin types, it's really good to use a mattifying primer. After you put on your base makeup, if your skin is still oily and it's still shiny and without your intention is still very dewy, then that means you need to switch over to a mattifying one. A good mattifying primer is going to be amazing because it's going to keep your skin shine-free throughout the whole day, and also it's going to help to reduce the production of sebum. Alright, so for acne-prone skin types, that's me actually, I want to recommend to use a color-correcting primer. Most likely, if you have acne-prone skin, you're going to have redness or red spots on your face. Now, we want to recommend that you use a green color primer. That's going to help to cancel out the redness. And also, we want to recommend a mattifying formula because most likely you'll have more sebum on your skin because of excessive sebum. Alright, so let's move on to combination skin types. Now, it can be a little bit tricky for combination skin types to choose a primer. Now, the best primer for you is whatever you want that primer to do for you, you know what I'm saying? For example, if you have oily T-zone, choose a mattifying primer. Now, if you have maybe dry U-zone, you can choose a moisturizing primer, whatever floats your boat. Alright, so before we move on to the how-tos, I want to share the difference between a silicone-based primers and also water-based primers. Now, look at the ingredient list. If that word ends with con, silicon, metacon, silicate, and silaxine, that primer is silicone-based. Otherwise, it's probably water-based. However, silicone adheres really well to your skin, so if you have it on for a long period of time, it can clog your pores and cause breakouts as well. If you're like, 언니, I started using a primer and it broke me out even more, then we want to recommend you switch to a water-based primer. Alright guys, so hope that this was very helpful for you guys. Now let's move on to step by step on how to prime your skin perfectly. Step 1. Apply all of your skincare products and then use your primer. We're gonna squeeze out a raisin size onto the back of your hands and then apply onto your skin. Please remember that less is more and all you need is a raisin size of the primer. Step 2. Remember that your fingers are the best tools to apply primers, okay? Alright, you're gonna use the tip of your fingertips. That's gonna help to melt down the primer and it's gonna apply evenly and thinly onto your skin. Number 3, if you don't have a separate eyeshadow primer, no worries. Just use a primer onto the eyelids and this is gonna help your makeup to go on throughout the whole day. Also apply a thin layer onto the lip area and this is gonna help your lip makeup to last for a long time. Step 4, make sure you give it some time so that the primer sets completely and dries. It will only take a few minutes. Now you are ready to put on your face makeup. Because it is summertime, we do want to recommend a cushion type of foundation with a light finish. See? Can you guys see that we have that poreless, baby soft skin? And please remember that it's really important to use a small amount of primer, add little by little, and make sure that it's fully, completely set on your skin. More importantly, you want to make sure that you cleanse your face thoroughly because after a long day of having your primer for a long period of time, you want to make sure that your skin is free. Alright guys, if you also want to check out how to cleanse your skin perfectly, check out right here. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in until the very end, and we hope that the tips that Dr. Kim gave us was very helpful, and also we hope that you enjoyed the primer tips as well. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on our Instagram. We will see you in the next one. Bye!